Hey everybody, it's Allie, and welcome to my Y&R chat vlog for Sunday, September 5th. So this week, Victor saw Billy's tattoo, and his response was, "Did you lose a bet or what?" I loved it. Billy was like, "Yes, no, I'm in love with you, Victor, that's what it is." I totally enjoyed that. Victor's face during that scene, it was like he had to hold himself back from just busting out laughing. You could just feel it building in Victor. It was great. It was actually a pretty good icebreaker for those two guys who do not get along. And then the best part was Victor had to send someone to go fix it. I could just hear the thoughts inside of Victor's head. He's thinking, I can't have Billy Abbott running around with my name tattooed on his back. So he hires someone to just go fix it. You would have thought that would have been a little higher on Billy's priority list. But Victor took care of it. And then, of course, probably the hugest news on the Billy and Victoria front was the pregnancy scare. She is pregnant. No, she isn't pregnant. Yes, she is pregnant. Just as Victor was starting to come around to accepting Billy and Victoria's relationship, now she's pregnant, and that's gonna completely ruin any progress that they might have made. I was disappointed in Billy for running away when he first thought that it might be a possibility that Victoria would be pregnant. It was very predictable, if you know Billy, but I was a little disappointed in him for that. But I'm glad that he finally came around after a visit from John from beyond the grave. Father knows best. And I felt like John made a really good argument to Billy, and I think what the turning point in Billy's mind was the point that John made about Delia. You know, Billy was not by any stretch of the imagination excited when Chloe came to him and when he found out that Delia was his child, but, you know, John asked him, would you take that back for anything? And I really feel like that was the turning point in Billy's mind and what made him change his mind. So Billy decides to come home after this conversation with John, pulls a ring out of his pocket, and proposes to Victoria. I loved the sentiment and the fact that he was proposing. I loved the speech. I love everything he said. It was very moving, but I was just wishing that he wasn't half drunk during the entire thing. Earlier in the day, he was completely plastered, and then he comes home at night and he has this complete change of heart, and I was worried that it was alcohol fueled, and that bothered me a little bit. It sort of tainted the scene for me. I kept imagining Billy kissing Victoria with whiskey breath. I can't imagine that she would stand for that, but yeah, ew. I think though, all things considered, I think this is probably going to be the funnest wedding that Genoa City has seen in a very long time. I hope that they don't go the traditional route. It doesn't seem very Billy and Victoria-esque to get married in a church. I think they should do something that celebrates their relationship and the uniqueness of their relationship. So maybe, I don't know, maybe like a recreation of the beach where they were first married. Something like that is what I would like to see. Or maybe a shotgun wedding. Since now Victoria is officially pregnant. Yeah, wait, no. Eventually, yes, but for now, no. What's the rush, Y&R? Nikki is starting to teeter. She's had a few drinks of alcohol slipped into her smoothie, and she can feel herself slipping. I keep wondering, how can she not taste the alcohol? I've been around alcohol my entire life. I used to drink a lot, and I can tell you, I can smell, taste, and even hear alcohol if it's in the vicinity, like from a mile away. So I'm surprised that Nikki isn't picking up on this already. But the thing about addiction is, once you're an addict, you're always an addict. It never goes away. And so Nikki is feeling that she's losing control, and instead of leaning into Victor and communicating with him, she's starting to pull away, and she's starting to second guess her decision to reunite with him, which could mean a very rocky road to the altar for Genoa City's ultimate couple. I love the spa set. This is so wonderful. We now have, as a part of hopefully our regular scenes, we have a new yoga studio, we have a nail salon, we have a sauna, and we have a lounge area. I love it. We need more of this. This is just so awesome. Above and beyond the fact that it's just, I like spas, and that's why it's wonderful to have those scenes. I think this is a really great way to connect a lot of the storylines in Genoa City, because a lot of the times it feels like certain parts of the storyline are isolated, and this is a way to kind of bring everything together and connect it. I am loving it. In the sauna this week, we had a really wonderful moment between Ashley and Nikki. They sort of made amends for the things that had happened in and around the time that Victor was away and was on his horrible journey of hating Nikki. So they kind of resolved that this week. I love Ashley. I have to tell you, every time she's on screen, I'm always really enjoying her, and I thought it was very big of her to apologize to Nikki for some of the things that she had done, and I felt that was a very healing moment for Ashley. It was a great moment. In the yoga studio, on the other hand, we had a wonderful three-way cat fight between Chloe and Victoria and Mac, and I loved that. I don't know, have we ever had a three-way cat fight? Not in a while, at least. It was a nice contrast to the healingness that was going on in the sauna. There was hair flying, fur flying in the yoga studio. And who could forget Lauren and Jill, the dueling sisters all over the place, just everywhere in the spa, just bickering. It was so fun, and I have to tell you that I've had a hard time dealing with this Lauren and Jill thing and reconciling it in my mind, but the spa fighting just made up for everything. I feel like this is going to be a really fun set of storylines for Lauren and Jill, so I enjoyed that. And then there was Phyllis. With the newest Genoa City gossip blog, the real homewreckers of Genoa City. I'm not sure exactly where this whole blog storyline is going, but I like the effect. I loved the fact that it was pretty much all of the women in Genoa City in the lounge with Phyllis, like hens clucking in a hen house. I feel bad because I encouraged Jana to hook up with Ryder, and she listened to me, she hooked up with him, and it ruined her marriage. So I'm partially responsible for the Jana and Kevin thing, and I feel really bad for it. Jana, don't listen to me anymore. I'm surprised that Kevin is not even allowing himself to try and reconcile. For as much as he has loved Jana, I'm surprised that he's not open to it just a little bit. After all, Jana had a brain hemorrhage. It's not like she just decided to go cheat on him because she really wanted Ryder. There was a medical problem with her, and all of a sudden, she just wasn't feeling the same thing she was before, and she needed to go off and have that experience, and now she's back, and I don't know. I understand that Kevin needs to protect himself, and what she did is horrible. I mean, really, to him, from his perspective, what she did was horrible, but I'm just a little surprised that he hasn't decided to maybe open his heart up to it a little bit. And I have to tell you, he said something really crappy to Jana this week, and he said something like, this is something that Chloe told me. Life is like a closet. Sometimes you just have to get rid of the things that don't fit anymore. Life is like a closet? Sometimes you have to get rid of the things that don't fit anymore? I just thought that was really, really rude to say to Jana as they're signing their divorce papers. Like, why rub salt in the wound? I expected a little more from Kevin on that, I have to say. But after seeing Jana rip that Restless Style cover to pieces, I think it's probably fair to say that we're no longer going to be seeing Mrs. Nice Jana. She has a new job at the daycare where Delia is. You'd think, first of all, that they would have done a background check, because Jana has a lot of mental disorder in her past, as well as murder and all kinds of demons in her closet, skeletons in her closet. So you think at a daycare they would have checked that kind of thing. But my question is Jana crazy enough at this point to maybe try messing with Chloe vis-a-vis Delia? I am finding myself wanting Chance to die. Heather too, and I know that's horrible, but there's a part of me that wants Ronin to take that unregistered gun and shoot both Chance and Heather with the same bullet. I know, I'm really terrible, but maybe I'm envisioning it like Ronin goes to shoot Chance and Heather tries to bounce in the way, and then the bullet hits them both and they both die and we never have to see either of them again. I'm sorry, Heather I've never liked, and Chance just got ruined for me when he slept with her. I don't know. But on the upside, we definitely need to keep Ronin around. Oh yes. He's hot with Chloe, and frankly, Ronin and Chloe is the only good thing to come out of this entire cop drug bust storyline, if you ask me. Ronin and Chloe had a fight this week, and it was very tense, and it was building, and bam! It just turned into this hot, passionate, lovemaking scene. Ronin was like a sex wolf, you know? He like grunted and then just went at Chloe and just shook her. And it was so hot. He was like an animal, I'm telling you. There was just so much passion and so much promise in that moment, but the sad thing was he ran away right afterwards. That's so frustrating. I mean, does being a detective mean that you have to be a monk? I mean, you can't get involved. I mean, at the very least, Ronin, don't let Chloe feel like crap afterward, and don't go off and tell Chance within the next 5 minutes. I mean, way to make her feel bad. I mean, the passion was there, but I can understand Ronin in a way, because I'm making excuses for him, but I just think that was a really crappy way to treat somebody, and it made Chloe feel just used, and that's a horrible way to feel. I thought that Kevin had some really good advice for her, though. It was a really nice moment. After Ronin had left, Kevin came in and he was comforting Chloe, and he told her, if being with Ronin makes you feel like anything less than the beautiful and amazing girl that you are, then you don't need him. He's not good for you. And that's a really, really powerful message, and I think there's probably a message in there for some of you guys out there, and me, and anybody that you're around who makes you feel like you're less than you are, then they're not a good influence and you don't need to be around them. And that's one of the things I like about YNR too, is that's a wonderful moral. So what do you think? What do you guys think? Chloe and Ronin or Kevin and Chloe? Okay, well, those are my comments for this week. It's just a short vlog, and it's going to be a short week next week, but I will definitely be back next weekend to chat about the show. I hope that you guys are enjoying it and that you leave me a comment. I always enjoy reading them. And hey, since it's a long weekend, if you guys have some extra time and you want to go check out my website, you can do that at alliepuckett.com. And hey, if you want to go check out my business website, you can go to buttonhead.org. I actually just listed some really cool Halloween stuff, so if anybody's interested in that, you should go check it out. And if anybody wants to put a couple of bucks into the tip jar for YNR Chat, there's a link in the description of this video if you want to donate $2, $3, whatever. I'm saving up for a subscription to CBS Soaps In Depth so I can get casting updates and keep you guys updated on that stuff. And gosh, I guess that's it. I can't believe it's September already. When did that happen? It's fall. I'm already wearing sweaters. But I'm enjoying it. I love fall. I hope that you guys enjoy your long weekend, and I'm looking forward to talking to you again next week. So I'll see you then. Bye.